What is up, everybody? It's time for some Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Hope you're ready to take our cut off our opponent's deck. We're going to play first. Yeah, man. Ooh, Panharmonicon in the hand. Keep. Sounds good to me. Ooh, Shattergang brothers, too. That's fun. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. A little Toxic Deluge, Skull Collector to bounce them back to our hand. Panharmonicon. Yes, this is beautiful. And 4 beautiful swamps right there. Yes, let's get Gonti up right here. This is Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have to mulligan. I really like this hand. Alright, beautiful. So let's go ahead and we'll get swamped down and then we'll go and pass the turn. But yes, we're playing Gonti. Death Touch, whenever he enters the battlefield, look at the top, basically look at the top 4 cards of target player's library, exile one of them. Our opponent doesn't know what card that is. Then we may spend our mana or any color mana to cast that card. So basically look at the top 4 and then we get to cast one of our opponent's cards out of that top 4. We're playing at Shattergang Brothers. We got the Jund Goblins over there. And let's get this, let's get the swamp up and running, then I'll get that going in just a second. But yes, Shattergang Brothers. So for 2 colorless and black, sacrifice a creature. Each player sacrifices a creature. Then for 2 colorless and a red, sacrifice an artifact. Each player sacrifices an artifact. Then for 2 colors and a green, sacrifice an enchantment. Each other player sacrifices an enchantment. So yeah, this may be the first time I'm playing against Shattergang. I can't remember, to be honest. Let's go and get down Swamp, and let's get some Underworld connections going on our land. We could put it on our opponent's land, but I'm not really feeling that. And then, yeah, that way we have a little bit of card draw, and we have the Swamp to get into. But yes, Gonti, man. Because usually when a new set gets released, I pick out 2 commanders that I want to build a commander deck around. And so it's just a little bit of a way for me to keep my magic budget under control, because I could build all 5 if I wanted to, and but I usually just pick 2. And so I originally wanted to do Rashmi. I think that's her name. And I was kind of crunched for time that week, and then I was like, well, let's give Gonti another look real quick. And yeah, man, Gonti's really good. I've enjoyed playing it a whole lot. Let's do a little bit of setting up. Let's get some Panharmonicon down. That way, let's get into 2 triggers. And then we'll go and pass the turn. But yeah, with Panharmonicon, so it just doubles the inner battlefield trigger. So if we cast Gonti, we're going to basically look at the top 4 exile card, then we get to do it again. So with this build of Gonti, we're looking to really take advantage of his enter the battlefield effects. Now, as far as a multiplayer game, like a 4-player, it might work as far as this build right here, but this is more geared up towards 1 versus 1. So, and Gonti really shines in 1 versus 1. So he's a really good commander. And we do have Toxic Deluge if we want to, so we can Toxic next turn, take care of his commander, take care of Viscera Seer. Because Viscera Seer, man, if he sticks around, he never does anything safe over there. So we could Toxic Deluge and get into a card draw. So we get down the Jet Medallion. Black spells cost 1 less to cast. Yeah, let's go for Jet Medallion. And then before we get that Skull Clamp up and running, yeah, I'm going to go in Toxic Deluge right now. So we're looking at 1, 2, and then we need to pay 3 life. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to clear him out right now. He can still get his commander down after a couple more turns. But yeah, with that Skull Clamp out there and the Viscera Seer, if he gets into a couple more creatures over there, that's not really what we're looking to get into. But with the Jet Medallion out there, Gonti's going to cost 1 less, so we can still take advantage of the Underworld connection right there. Now, other ways to take advantage of Gonti's in the battlefield. So we have Skull Collector. So at the beginning of your upkeep, return a black creature you control to its owner's hand. So basically, if we get down Skull Collector, we can just keep bouncing Gonti back to our hands and getting that enter the battlefield trigger. And I'm sure, you know, when your opponent has a 3-color deck, he's got some nice, I'm sure he's got some nice stuff in there Gonti would like to put into his house. Gonti likes, he is the Lord of Luxury. He likes nice things. I don't blame him, man. It's fun to like nice things. Okay, let's go and go for some Gonti action. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. It's going to cost 1 less because of the Jet Medallion right there. All right, so we got Gonti's first triggered ability. And since we have Undying Evil, I messed up last time. Well, let's do this right now. Gilded Lotus. Or do we want Spine? Spine's going to cost 7, and we're a little far away from Spine right now. So let's go Gilded Lotus, because we can get into that. And right now, we're going to go Command Zone. There we go. Graveyard instead of the Command Zone. Now we have the next triggered ability, or enter the battlefield. And yeah, we whiff on that one, but we'll just go and take his take the Kessig Wolf run. That way he doesn't get into it. Yeah, then we'll go and pass the turn. So now if our opponent has some type of removal spell or make us sacrifice Gonti, we do have Undying Evil that we can cast on Gonti, and that'll make him come back, and we'll get into a couple more Panharmonicon triggers. But yeah, last time I had Undying in my hand, and I set it up perfectly to where we were going to get into a bunch of Enter the Battlefield triggers, and I forgot to click on Gonti and change his zone from the graveyard instead of the command zone. So if you're new to Magic, make sure you do that, because like you right click on the card, you click on the card, and you can, oh, hold on, there we go. And it has these options. So right now if it dies, it's going to go to the graveyard instead of the command zone, which is where we want it to go. At least right now with the Undying trigger. And actually, excuse me, just one second, I'm going to mute my mic. Okay, so he's got the Lightning Greaves on Shattergang. He's going to be coming in hot for 3. I think that's, well, nope, not coming in hot. Now, if we hit it one more land, we can get into some Gilded Lotus action. Oh, dang it, I meant to draw off that Underworld. Sorry, guys. I was trying to, I was already getting ahead of myself, getting into some Gilded Lotus. We can go for a Knight's Whisper. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Yeah, let's do that. Get into some Soul Ring action. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get into some Skull Collector. Yeah, let's go and go with that. Let's go. Let's get into some Skull Collector right there. So that way we can really start cashing in on those triggers right there. You know, if he's just got a bunch of value creatures in there, hey, Gonti, it doesn't matter to Gonti, man. He likes to have some fun. But yeah, as far as we've got like pretty much all of our finishers in here. Not all of our finishers, but we got some nice finishers in our hand right here. So we've got Grave Titan. Grave Titan's just value right here. 2/2 black zombies. Love zombies. We have some Geth action. So if we get some Eternal Witness, okay, let's see what he's bringing back. And if he does activate his Shattergang, sacrifice a creature, and we have to sacrifice a creature, we could get into a spot to where we're just going to let Gonti go back to our command zone, and then we can cast it again off Gilded Lotus, and then use Undying the next time he goes for it. But yes, but with Geth right there, so put target artifact or creature card with converted mana cost X or less from an opponent's graveyard under the battlefield under your control. Yeah, so I think we might, who do we want to sack? We'll go and sack Gonti. Actually, no, crap. We're going to have to do Skull Collector because I have the stuff set up and accidentally clicked on it. So we're going to do Skull Collector right now. Because he's going to go to the graveyard and then we're not going to have another way to get it back. So we have to do Skull Collector right now. I set it up there because I didn't want to mess up. But if he goes into the graveyard, then we're not going to be able to get into it anymore. But we can still get into the Undying right there pretty cheap next turn. Army of the Damned. Okay, we're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go, we have enough to get on Gilded Lotus and leave up Underworld and have Undying right there. So let's go and do that. So we've got 1, 2. And then we have the Undying off the Gilded Lotus, and we can draw a card off Underworld. Okay. So if he wants to go for the Sacrifice, again, activation next turn, then we can just cast Undying Evil. Get him to come back, get into some double triggers, see what we can't get into. But Juka Bog, ugh. Brutal. I hate Graveyard Hate. I mean, I play it sometimes. But, I just, like, I played Dredge, and I played Immortal Servitude, which is like my variant of Dredge, like Aristocrats. And, man, just anytime I see Graveyard Hate, I magic tense up, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I just, like, why are you playing Bojuka Bog, man? Let's keep the graveyards free, buddy. Alright, so we got a Skull Clamp going on that Queen of the Golgari over there. So let's go ahead and get into this Underworld Connection. Let's draw a card, pay 1 life, draw a card. Ghastly Conscription. He's only got 2 cards in the library. Ooh, Conjurer's Closet. Man, we got some nice little, some nice stuff we can do over here. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 mana. Our black spells cost 1 less. Dude, when we get into some zombies right now, so if we cast Army of the Damned, it's going to cost 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we can still leave up Undying Evil. We could go for Conjurer's Closet. We could go for some Geth action. Let's go ahead. Well, he's going to activate next turn. He's got enough to activate it twice. Let's go for a Conjurer's Closet. I want to have some fun right now, so we're going to go, let's go triple black, 1, 2. Because we're going to get this trigger at the end of our turn, and then we can do some Army of the Damned stuff next turn if we want to get into that. Yeah, that's what we want to do. And okay, make sure I got this set up. Exile zone, not command zone. Okay, there we go. Yes, we're going to use this ability. Okay, there we go. Got it set up. Okay. Had to make sure we're doing that. Ooh, that's a nice little whiff. I mean, ooh. Omnath, Locus of Rage. What's up, buddy? Road Rage action? Come on over here, man. We're going to get into you. And Swiftfoot Boots, yeah, we'll get into that. I can't cast Swiftfoot Boots because we're at our end step, but definitely get into that next turn. Then if he wants to activate Shattergang, we do have the Undying Evil to get in a couple more, but we don't have a land for Omnath Road Rage, but we can definitely get into it. I like some 5/5 elementals. And then we're going to put this right here, that way it's in our hand. But yeah, so one of the cool things about Gonti is that our opponent doesn't know what gets exiled. And so to me, that's, I don't know, it's just, he's such a crime mob boss right there. It's really cool. It's just a fun commander to play with. Okay, so each player sacrifices a creature. Let's go ahead and give it Undying right now. He can activate again if okay, it resolved right there. And let's make sure the graveyard, not the command zone. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna sacrifice Gonti. He's gonna end up dying. He's gonna come back. He's mad right now. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 more Gonti triggers. Let's get these up here. And at this point right now, if he wants to activate it again, go for it. Ooh, Xenagos. Yeah, I like some Xenagos action. We could have gone for Cultivate, but hey, I like playing with Planeswalkers. It's a lot of fun. And It That Betrays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're a little far away from It That Betrays, but we're here to have fun, and a Birds of Paradise doesn't sound that intriguing. So let's, well, Birds of Paradise will allow us to get into a sacrifice if he goes for Shattergang. Yeah, let's go for Birds of Paradise. We're a little far away from It That Betrays. Okay, yep. We just missed the little Gonti thing right there. I forgot to... I wish you... Like, once it goes on the stack, you have to do it right there. So now we can't get it back. So but we're going to have some fun right now. He's swinging in for that. I keep meaning to click that over there. Let's go. There we go. But he's in the graveyard now, but I think we can close it out without Gonti. Gonti did his part right there. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's a little awkward playing online. Trying to make sure all the command zones get set up, and then you're clicking OK, and then I'm always worried with making sure I'm not like eating up too much of the clock because I'm just yakking my head off, and so little stuff like that happens sometimes. But we can get into some. We've got Army of the Damned. We've got a bunch of stuff. We could go for a Massacre Worm. I think I might like that. Okay, so we get into Swamp. If we want to go Omnath Locus of Rage, it's going to cost 7. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we can make the land drop, get into a 5/5 elemental. Yeah, I think I like that. Or we could go Massacre Worm, bounce it with Conjurer's Closet, and it's going to kill his entire board over there, and you have to recast everything. I'm going to save the land drop for Omnath. So let's go Massacre Worm right now. So we've got triple black. 1-2. Oh, and then plus with the Panharmonicon, it's just going to double it up right there. Okay. Blows them out right there. And then we can go and get the Swamp down and get into some Grave Titan action. Yeah, let's go and do that. Then we'll get into double zombies, and then we can bounce the Grave Titan. Ooh, oh yes, this is Value City over here right now, man. Yeah, I'm digging this. Okay, so we're gonna bounce the Conjurer's Closet and not bounce the Conjurer's Closet. We're gonna bounce the Grave Titan. Get into a bunch of more zombies. Oh yes, 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 yes. Gonti's cheering on from the graveyard. Go, go, buddy, go. Okay. And we also have, yeah, I was thinking we could bring Gonti back with Gath, but I feel like, like we're playing a, oh, you might be going for a board wipe right there, but we still have Army of the Damned to get into, and we still have Omnath, Locust of Rage, Birds of Paradise, Swiftfoot, Xenagos if we want to have some more fun, so we've got a nice little spread over here. So yeah, sorry Gonti's in the graveyard, guys, man, it just happens sometimes. I'm trying to make those zones are set up and give good commentary and make sure everything's flowing well, so sometimes stuff like that happens. So, but at least we got some nice stuff with Panharmonicon and Conjurer's Closet out there, so you can see where these cards is just are basically an auto-occlude in a Gonti deck, and especially if you're running any type of enter the battlefield type effect triggers or whatever you have them. Okay, we got Recto Signet coming in. Let's get his commander up so we don't forget about it. Got a Darksteel Ignite coming in. Now, what we want to do next turn, man, I think I want to go Omnath. You know, I am a little sad we don't have Mossbridge Troll in here. If you're new to my channel, Omnath and Mossbridge Troll, they do a deck together called Omnath Road Rage, and they like to, well, Omnath likes to listen to gardening podcast, and Mossbridge Troll likes to listen to metal, and so it creates this weird dynamic to where Omnath gets a little bit of road rage because he wants to listen to his podcast, but Moshbridge Troll likes to listen to metal. So you've got the dynamic of Moshbridge acting just crazy because he's listening to a bunch of metal, and it's just a crazy dynamic. They're very much the odd couple, but they have fun. They have fun. All right, so okay, we're gonna swing in hot. So we've got 16 zombie power coming in. Drop them down to 9. And let's get some Xenagos up and running. Actually, let's wait. But, well, we've got a ton of creatures right there. Because we could get into a spot to where we Army of the Damned. Yeah, let's go and get down Xenagos. Because if we get down Army of the Damned, then we can get into a bunch of mana next turn. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, what's it doing? Ever that were many of any man of any cast spell to cast it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we've got. Let's tap the 2 colorless right there. Okay, it's not letting me cast it. We should be able to cast. Gonti doesn't have to be on the battlefield for you to do that. Oh, choose a color. There we go. Okay, man. That was... Okay. Sorry, guys, man. That was harder than it needed to be. Well, we can actually... We can go on Ghastly Conscription, but I'm worried about him having a board wipe. Yeah, we're going to wait. We'll go and bounce the Grave Titan. Because he Vampiric Tutored for something. And so kind of playing a little cautious, but we can get into some Ghastly Conscription. We have Army of the Damned. If we cast Army of the Damned next turn, then we can use the mana generated from Xenagos to cast that out there right there. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah, because we can Ghastly Conscription, or we can get into Geth and bring some stuff back. It's not going to have haste. Okay, we got Shattergang coming in hot. Now, things he can do. He's sitting at 1, 2, 3. Well, if he's tapping out right now. Oh, so we got a Birthing Pod activation. Okay. So Shattergangs is 4, so he's going for a 5 right now. I wonder what he's going to get into. Trying to figure out what would, you know, Massacre Worm 6. Curious. Because I don't know what board wipe creatures you could get into at 5 right there. Have I got your Massacre Worm a chance? Uh-oh. No. Well, actually, I don't, but Massacre Worm 6, so, pretty sure. Yeah, Massacre Worm is 6, man. Hey, that happens, man. Commander... That happens sometimes. Sometimes you miss stuff up on Commander, but that was a nice little Gonti video, man. We got into a bunch of zombies, and that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.